All right, we're good. Let's see. Thank you. Here, I'll show you the main mode in Splatoon 2, which is the turf war. So you can pick. So the weapons. If you like, here's the cool thing about Splatoon is just the ridiculousness and how unique it is of like the weapons. So you have your guns, and they each shoot ink. So like they each have their own stats. You know. So each of them have their good, their bad, their range, their damage, the amount of ink they spread, how quickly they use up ink, etc. But there's also weapons like you saw with the other one is these ones. They're the blasters. Oh, here, let's test. Yeah. So here you go. Tiz teaches some Splatoon 2. So we saw like the regular guns, which are just like the automatic shots, right? You have your little submachine guns, like usual, your SMGs, and they shoot. You can get the little dummies. Each weapon has its special, and there's a bunch of different specials in the game. This special here is the ink armor. So when you use it, it gives you armor and the rest of your team armor as well, which is really nice. If you ink the walls, you can go up the walls. So like if you were over here, you wanted to get up there, you can go this way. Bam. Any like railing kind of thing, you can, if you turn into, I'm using the Octo Girl, but if you turn, like, Splatoon's about the squids, but so I'd still say squid. So if you turn into a squid, you can swim or go through like fences and stuff. And then everything has a sub as well, which on this weapon is just a splat bomb, where if you've played Super Smash Brothers, you've seen Inkling use that little pyramid bomb. But like you can see the shooters are different. Like with this one shoots way farther than that other one that I had, and it's also does it in 3. Yeah, so some weapons will like usually the close, like this weapon here. This has garbage precision and not much range at all. But if you're right next to an enemy, it pretty much sheds through them. Like boom. It's like, oh, I can hit him, bam, you know. But it's like if you're at a distance, it doesn't really. You're shooting a lot and you're not really doing anything. There you go. But if you're right in front of them, that's pretty cool. Oh, this one has the sub weapon is the curling bomb, which you can toss a bomb and it. Boop. And it's a curling bomb, so it's like curling, so it actually will bounce off stuff. And it explodes. If you hold it down, bam! If you hold it down, it doesn't go far, but it makes a bigger explosion. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a nice way of like, because if I wanted, because you can see if you run, that's like your speed. But if you have an area that you've inked, you could swim a whole lot faster than you can run. See? And with the curling bombs, it's a nice way to just give yourself a little path and then show up. What's up? Boom. Gone. And then this thing has the splashdown special, that you can see it sparkling over there. And what you do is, boom! That's pretty cool. Yeah, you have to charge. So you see it on the top right. See that gauge? The more turf that you ink, so you got to ink the ground, and you inking the ground will fill up your special. And different specials will take a different amount of time to fill. So, and then you have like these ones, these are the jet squelcher. That one's like your long range machine gun. See, like that one I can get from here. I probably can't get over there, but boom. Bam. I can get you. I can get you over there. See, this one's a longer range, but you see it doesn't spread ink so much off to the sides. It mainly just spreads it in a straight line. And this has the sub weapon for this one is a toxic mist, I think they call it the toxic mist, which is you kind of just toss this little container, and what it does is anybody caught in that, it makes them slow, and it prevents them from refilling ink while they're stuck in that cloud. One of the coolest specials is the Tenta missiles. So you bust out these missiles, and if you can lock onto people, you shoot, and the missiles go onto them. That's one of the coolest specials. I love it. It's just a lot of fun. And let's reset. And then, so then a different type of gun is the blasters. So the blasters, actually, yeah, exactly. Which I'm surprised, because the final smash they use for Inkling is not even in Splatoon 2. It's one of the specials from Splatoon 1. I'm surprised they didn't update that. So one of the other types of weapons, so you saw the shooters. Another type of shooter is a blaster. And what they do is they shoot like a bubble that explodes. See that? The cool thing is that you don't necessarily even have to hit them directly. You could hit them like a little to the side and they'll still get damaged. So like if I'm a little like off to the side, they'll still get damaged by the little explosion. And then this has a special. This has the sub is the auto bombs, which I call it the little dogs or the chickens, and you toss them, and if somebody's nearby, they go by and explode near them. And then this, you had seen the inkjet. Boom. 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 Boop. That's that special. And there's different kinds of blasters. Like you have the blasters that can go really, really long range. Like this one's got way more range than the other one. Oh! Well, no, I'll keep that. But reset. And then you have blasters that are really short range, like this Luna blaster that pretty much just like right there in front of you. But this one's like pretty much boom, boom, which a lot of them are. This has the fizzy bomb, so it's a soda can, and if you shake your controller, then you can toss it, and it makes it more potent. So you could just toss it, and it goes bang, or you can toss and shake, and you get more bangs out of it, pretty much. And then this has the rain cloud special. I think it's called Ink Storm. Yeah, so you can toss this, and it'll make a cloud, and then it'll rain in the area. And anybody caught in it will receive a little chip damage, and they could even get destroyed. Boom. I wonder... Yeah, and there's like this one's the Clash Blast, so this one goes a lot faster. Doesn't do as much damage, but it's very annoying. Somebody could be shooting you like over here, over here. Look at that. I never actually aimed directly at this thing. I was aiming over here, and I still took it out. Because it's, see? Look at that. Boom. I don't like the Clash Blaster. I hate it when someone uses a Clash Blaster against me. Because it's so cheap. And then you have your other weapons, which are like, these are 3-shot burst. So they're just a different, they're like your, what is, like an M16 kind of thing. And there's long range and short range ones. Oh, this is cool. This has the splash wall, which you can toss a little wall. And usually these things are on a track, so they actually go through it. But you see it damages them, and normal people, they would get stuck in it. They wouldn't be able to walk through. Like, it's literally a wall. But not for my team. That's a nice way to, like, throw it down a hallway to stop at another team. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like that kind of weapon either. Oh, this has this special. Let's fill it up. The Ultra Stamp, which is ridiculous. You take out a giant stamp, and then you stamp! And you can, like, stop and move around, and then before it goes away, you can throw it. That's the Ultra Stamp. And let's see. And then you saw the other one had the rollers. Right. So you have like your big heavy giant roller, which is the dynamo roller, and these things just throw a bunch of ink out. You could look at all that stuff that I covered, but they are super slow and they use up a whole lot of ink. But I actually have ink saver on my little gear. So there's also ink mines. You can leave a mine on the floor, and if an enemy goes near it, it explodes, and it also tags them for your whole team. So like those lines that I had, the rest of my team would have on that enemy too. So it like tags whoever passed near it. Oh, see. So now I'll know, and then they'll also show on the map because you have a map. See. You could see how much ink has been covered and stuff. This has the Stingray special, which you saw in Salmon Run. And this can shoot through walls. I ran out of time, but it can shoot through walls. And you can see enemies through the walls if you're not shooting it. Any enemies that are through the walls, they'll start glowing. So, but once you start shooting, they'll disappear. But like it gives you a sense of where it is, where they are. And then you have like your faster rollers as your carbon roller. So this one's way faster. But it's less powerful. And like the other one, I could just run into somebody. This one, I kind of get bounced out. See? And this has the burst bomb, which is pretty much just a water balloon full of ink. There you go. Doesn't do much damage, but it's it could do a nice little 1-2. And oh, thank you. Welcome. Yeah, you definitely should. Like, and that I just showed you like 3. There's the snipers, which I suck at. Hold on. Yeah, I'm not doing so well with that. Bam, there you go, finally, jeez. And there's even the ridiculousness that is the splatlings. Oh yeah, there's the brushes, so you saw the rollers. There's also the brushes. So they work like the roller where you can hold them down and you'll just run. And you can see they obviously don't make a big of a road as it, but you're much more maneuverable. And then you could also And this, I don't remember. Oh, this is the baller special. And you get into a little hamster ball. You can see. You can like bump into enemies, and you can blow it up. Yeah, and you'll see some more as I play through the game. Yeah, the brush is fun. I like using, so for some of the ranked, so Splatoon has, here, let's just go and actually play a match. Do that. Nope, I always forget it. I gotta back out first. There you go. Done. Let's actually just go do a match. I like using this brush for one of the ranked modes. But for... Oh, I'll show you this. I haven't shown you either of those two specials. We'll do that. And then you also have gear, so you could have headgear, clothes, and shoes, and they each will give you different abilities. Like some will let you conserve your ink better, some will give you a stronger shot, or like this one over here has the run speed up, stuff like that. Oh, Cody subscribed! Oh, I feel so special! Oh, look at that. Thank you so much, Cody Campbell. My first legit subscriber. So you can have different perks on your... Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. Dude, it means a lot. Oh, man, I'm speechless. You're my first real subscriber. Thanks a lot. For real. Yeah. I have one subscriber, which is me. And then coding is my first. Thanks, pal. Appreciate it. See you next time, especially Wednesday. Wonderful Wednesdays. All right, let's actually go to the lobby. To the lobby. Oh, look at that. He's got a pretty little thing. So the regular, so you can see, you can play with your friends. And do I have anybody online? Oh, I do. They're playing. I wonder, though. The friend matchmaking is a little, like, meh. Because you can't spectate, which is annoying. And, oh, their match is about to end. So hopefully if there's room in their lobby, it'll let me go in. If nobody backs out from the lobby and there's 8 people because it's 4v4, nobody backs out, then I can never get in. So, like, it doesn't prioritize, like, friends. Because it was like, if I want to get in and we're friends, why doesn't it make us a lobby and then grab random people, you know, instead of me trying to get into their lobby? Nintendo, come on, man. Come on. So let's see. Will we be able to get in or not? Let's see. It says viewing results. Standing by. Hey, we were able to get in. Matchmaking in general is good. For the most part, it's quick. It's looking for 8 people. The connection tends to be good. Every once in a while, you have communication errors. And again, I think that's mainly because of the Switch itself being a console with crappy Wi-Fi. So, one of the reasons I like Salmon Run so much is because the matchmaking's so much quicker, because it's only looking for 4 people instead of looking for a whole 8. But it'll divide them randomly 4v4, and you have 3 minutes to cover as much ground as possible. So you can see the map here in real time. I could always see my team members. I can't see the other team, but I can see as they're spreading ink. See that? And it's the ground that counts. You can see on the right, my little gauge over there showing like how many points I've inked. Nice. And this is a special I didn't show you, the bubble blower. Oh! He's got dualies. Yeah, this is like the classic one. This is the standard. Even on the lobby, it even says regular battle. Yeah, that was pretty cool. The nice thing that they did about with Splatoon 2 is they did make all the special weapons different than Splatoon 1. And they introduced new weapons, and they still have some of the other weapons from Splatoon 1. But nice. Ah! Oof, took me out. Another cool thing you can do is see my people on the team here? I can actually jump to them by like selecting them. And then I can jump to their location. Thanks, Laser Cat. But that leaves you vulnerable too because the enemy team can see the location of where people are jumping to. My little special right there is called a torpedo, and it's a bomb that actually will fly at people if they're nearby. But they can blast it out of the sky. Oh no, I thought you were the other way. Dang. So again, it's whoever covered the most turf at the end of the 3 minutes. So if you guys were like leading the whole match, but then you lose it on the last minute, it's all determined on, at the end of the match, what color is the ground. And then the color that has the most ground covered wins. So right now, you can see we're losing. Where we were doing well. But we just kind of fell behind. Oh, no. I think. No! Dang! I knew I was like, I'm not going to react fast enough. Violet using the sploosh. Outlaw the sploosh. I hate that weapon. Oh yeah, it's freaking chaos. Oh, I took 3 people out at the very end. But that still wasn't good enough. And then the matches are judged by Judd the Cat. So you got Judge, he's always with the good guys, which is your team. And then Lil Judge, always judging the bad guys. There you go. You saw we lost 42 to 40. What does this say? 42 to 48. Here. I'll change the equipment up a little bit, and I'll play one more of turf. Hopefully we win it. Here, I'll use a bucket this time. Or actually, I like using. Yeah, I'll use the bucket. There you go. So, like, the bucket's pretty much what you'd expect. They're called sloshers. You just slosh a bunch of ink. Yeah, the money you can see on. Well, no, you can't see it. But on the side, it says, like, 11, and it has some little coins. I have a ticket that lets me gain more money for after every match. So that's why there's that little number there. But yeah, you use the money to buy gear or change up your gear sets, like the abilities. Oh! Nice. That's a booyah for my team. So walls don't count as turf inked. Only the ground does. Oh, so my special is the ink armor, and that gives armor to my whole team and to me as well. Well, to anybody that's alive on my team. If they. Oh, I should have moved. I knew it was coming down there. Get him! Get him! Oh no! Okay, I'm gonna start inking a little home turf here. Yeah, you have to buy the weapons. So you start with the Splattershot Junior, which is a great weapon, and that's actually the one I use most. So I even use like the default weapon most because I really like using that weapon. But then you cannot buy a weapon until you reach level 2. And you pretty much reach level 2 after like 2 games, like 2 matches. Come on, come on. I know you're coming. I know you're coming. I can't reach you. And then, so you can buy your weapons, and then you can buy gear, which is like the clothes and the hats and stuff, when I think you need to be level 4. So it's like they slow you into all the customization options. But it's really fast. Yeah, like you earn money whether you win or lose a match. You just earn more money if you win. You know. So I'm never, only like in January was I desperate for money because I was using it a lot to redo some of my gear. So I actually like ran out because I was just spending a lot of it. But really, it's not really that common to. You're always going to have plenty of money. And then the gear in the stores rotates daily. So every day we'll have like new gears. And then some weapons. But the ones you buy aren't always better. No, I mean, all the weapons have their advantages and disadvantages. So, oh no! I think we lost that one again. I thought we were doing pretty good. So, like, the Splattershot Junior, I think, is just as good as any other weapon, even if it's, like, the default weapon. Like, you can look at, like, even looking right there, you can see one person had a roller, I had a bucket, another person had the gun. No, not necessarily that they're more OP. They're just different. I think that the weapon that you start off with, being the Splattershot Junior, it has the Splat Bomb and the Ink Armor. So it's kind of like the most basic, because none of the, like the Ink Armor special, all you got to do is use the special and it activates. And the Splat Bomb, you just toss the bomb. So it's like you don't really have to know much about the game, where like the Tenta missiles, you need to take them out, aim, look, shoot, boom, right? So it doesn't mean it's bad. It's just